All right, my Bible in 365 brothers and sisters, you have arrived at the book of Philippians, and boy, is this one a doozy. I love the book of Philippians. I actually love the whole Bible, but this one gets me really excited because what Philippians does for you and me as a believer is absolutely remarkable. It's very interesting what happens in education, and I have to just simply say the philosophy of education, especially in our public school system today, besides all the brainwashing and the programming that goes on, is really the idea of just giving people facts and making sure they can regurgitate the facts, but they do not teach kids mindsets, right? Now, of course, they are teaching some activist mindsetting, right? Which is really brainwashing and propagandism. But the reality of it is the philosophy of education that our educators have pursued has never really been completely heuristically based. And so the problem with that is you don't understand why we come to the conclusions that we come to. Why is 2 plus 2? Why is 3 plus 4, right? 7, or 2 plus 2 is 4. People don't get that. They don't really realize it. And so they just simply learn how to regurgitate it. They memorize things. They learn how to take good tests, but they don't understand the philosophy. Now, where am I going with all of this? The book of Philippians takes all of the things that we've been taught as believers, and it teaches us the mindset. It gives us the mind of Christ. It shows us how to fish rather than to just simply receive a fish. It teaches us how to be people that understand God's way of thinking, at least to the degree that we can understand it, because we're never going to completely understand or know the mind of God. But it gives us a very solid understanding of the mind and the heart of Christ. There is a very powerful and effective demonstration to us of how Christ lowered himself, literally allowed himself to become nothing for the sake of our benefit, and how we can learn from that model. The fact that we can walk in great humility and lower ourselves for the sake of the people around us, and to learn what it means to walk in obedience. You have to understand something, and Philippians reinforces this to us. Christ did not go to the cross willingly. I think anybody who thinks he went to the cross willingly is uneducated or willfully ignorant, because the reality of it is Christ didn't go to the cross willingly. He went to the cross obediently. And that's a very important thing. Remember, he went to the Father and he said, listen, not my will be done, but thy will be done. Why? Because his will was, Lord, let this cup pass from me. And so this is a very, very important principle that you are going to learn in the book of Philippians. You are going to learn what it means to have the heart of obedience to a heavenly Father that wants nothing but to bless you. And you are going to learn what it means to walk in a life of sacrifice and discipline so that you can learn to lean on the strength and the power of God to, guess what? Do the impossible, right? To be extraordinary. When I think about the life of Charlie and Erica Kirk, especially being someone that's close to them and loves them and knows them very well, it's remarkable to me to see how much supernatural intervention is taking place in their life and how much God has used them to do radically amazing things that nobody can take credit for except God. And Paul says this. He says, listen, I'm learning to be content in the tough times or in the great times. And no matter what happens, I know that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So you're going to learn about this. You're going to grow. You're going to be blessed. And folks, I got to tell you, these mindset passages are absolutely amazing. You are going to be blown away by what you learn. And of course, as usual, you can go to our YouTube, which is Calvary Chapel Signal Hill. You can go to jameskaddis.com. You can go to calvarychapelsignalhill.com, lightonthehillradio.com. Wherever we are, you can find my full teachings through the book of Philippians. I recently taught through this in the last year. You will absolutely love it. You're going to grow from it, and it's going to blow your mind, and you're going to walk away never the same. So let's get into it. Let's put on the mind of Christ as we learn how to continue to glorify God in all that we do. God bless you guys.